If your business is failing, don't do these 6 things. Starting a business is a leap of faith even in the best of circumstances. At the beginning, you are so pumped and eager to get things done, ready to be the next big thing, ready to acquire the lucrative title of an entrepreneur, ready to create employment, and so forth. So you invest in a good website, pay for business registration, identify a good location, and launch. But what then happens? The sales you were waiting for don't come in as fast as you expected. Your bank account reduces instead of growing, contrary to what you had dreamed about. Suddenly, you realize that your business idea is more fizzle than sizzle. What do? 1. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to succeed. Chances are that you are putting too much pressure on yourself. Pressure not to make mistakes, pressure to be financially stable, pressure to make your mother proud, and pressure to succeed. Do whatever you can to step out from the crushing weight of all the pressure you feel. Focus on rebuilding your self-confidence by setting small achievable goals for yourself. And when you reach them, acknowledge and give yourself a pat in the back. Focus on the journey and build on your small successes with each passing day. Remember, Rome was not built in a day. 2. Don't lose patience. Some businesses require more time to establish. Most businesses tend to stagnate during the first 12 months of starting. Unless you are very lucky, things don't always take off immediately. The market needs time to familiarize with your business before they embrace it. Instead of giving up and complaining how bad the market conditions are, you should focus on fine-tuning your strategy. Do less of what doesn't work and more of what works well for your business. 3. Don't bury your head in the sand, face the problem. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. In fact, in most cases we tend to give up when we are just a few meters away from discovering the gold mine. Rather than losing focus, the ideal thing to do is to focus more time and attention to your business. Try to identify the cause of your failure and deal with it. Could it be that you hired the wrong employees? Or could it be that your pricing strategy is unrealistic? This is the time to identify what is choking your business and stump it out. 4. Don't get caught up marketing to the wrong people. Are you selling to the wrong market? Some markets are easy to penetrate, but they don't have adequate purchasing power to support your business. Case in point is the Kenyan Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok arena, which is mainly made up of college and high school students who don't have much purchasing power. Other types of markets are quite difficult to penetrate, but they have a lot of spending power. Case in point being middle-class working community. That being the case, you need to target the right market properly and bring the right kinds of customers aboard in the process. Sometimes, this might take longer than expected, but patience is key. 5. Don't always assume the quality of your goods and services is okay. Yes, you know how to adhere to the strictest quality standards in the market. However, there's always room for improvement. It could be that your target customers are yet to appreciate the quality you are offering this far, and so you need to keep improving to hack your way into their hearts. Is there a problem with quality of your packaging? How about your delivery? Do you deliver on time? How about your ability to keep old customers? Do they keep coming back with their friends? If no, then it's high time you watch the quality of your goods or services. 6. Don't micromanage, blame other people. There is a bit of ego that comes with starting a business. We, the owners, think that we know everything better than everyone else. In the event of failure, we often rush to blame everyone else apart from ourselves. Unfortunately, the more we operate with this notion, the more harm we do to ourselves. Little do we know that the role of running a successful company lies with each and every member of the team. This may not be the time to fire everyone from your small company. Perhaps this is the right time to tap deeper into the potential of each individual employee or team member for the greater good of your business. Finally, there are many other reasons why your business may fail to take off in good time as expected. However, if you are patient enough and willing to invest just a little more effort, then you can see the change you have always yearned for. 1. Market survey is key. Even though that you may or may not have background knowledge of what setting up a health clinic is all about, it would still be very vital that you do a market survey. What does this survey entail, you may ask? It simply means that all vital information has to be researched upon. Like how much it costs to start a health clinic, the registration processes, licensing, how many employees to start with, and what have you. Do ensure that all these are tackled so that you would be starting armed with loads of information. 2. Determine the type of clinic to start. You have got to determine from the outset the type of clinic you want to run. Would it be a general clinic, or would there be consultants on ground-to-man core areas? Consultants like pediatricians, orthoptists, surgeons, dentists, amongst others. This step is very vital because once you are able to determine the area of specialty, then you can then channel a lot of focus to see that things work as planned. 3. Get trained. The training that you need may not only be in the area of medicine. You also need to go and get some business training. This is important so that you are able to grasp some foundational knowledge on how a business is run, accounting and what have you. You also need to be a trained doctor to run a health clinic. You may consider enrolling for a course in medicine if you are really bent on starting a health clinic. If you do not have background knowledge in medicine or do not have the luxury of time to go back to school, then you may look at hiring a doctor to help you man core areas while you see to other aspects of the business. 4. Draw up a business plan. A business plan is one of the very important things that you must work at putting in place. Why is this important, you may ask? This is important because all the information on how you want your business to be must be contained in this template. If you do not understand how things work here, then you may consider getting a template from the internet. Otherwise, you are required to hire the services of a professional business plan writer. More often than not, these people are consultants who help people proffer solutions on how to run their businesses right. 5. Register your business. It is mandatory to register a business in Kenya and especially a health clinic. Register your clinic with medical practitioners and dentists board before starting operations. Otherwise, you may have problems registering it once you have commenced operations. It costs 1,000 shillings application fee and 5,000 shillings registration fee. You must meet the following requirements to open a clinic in Kenya. Business registration certificate. Inspection report from a qualified medical personnel. Form I-X duly signed by a medical officer. Make a payment of the relevant fees. Architectural plans of the building in case of a hospital. 6. Get a license. Once you have registered your clinic, you can go ahead to obtain licenses. To do so, you need to provide business registration certificate. An official will be sent to inspect your premises and ascertain that it complies with health requirements. You will then be issued with a license if you have complied. There is a renewal fee for the medical practitioners and dentists license costing 10,000 shillings every year. 7. Get partners. This might be especially important if you do not have a medical background. You would therefore need people who already are on this path to help boost things. On the other hand, even if you are in the medical line, you may think to get partners regarding funding, amongst others. 8. Get a facility. Now is a good time to rent a facility. If on the other hand you have got the funds to outrightly buy up a property, then that would be a great step to take. If you are looking to rent, be sure to tell your potential landlord for what purpose you need a facility, and how you want it to look like. Remember, you would require patients' wards, administrative offices, injection rooms and others. The cost of starting a clinic in Kenya depends with the size, services to offer, business location and number of employees to hire. To start a small general clinic, you will need at least 250,000 shillings. The startup capital will go into hiring premises, hiring staff, installing equipment, buying drugs, registering and obtaining licenses. 9. Hire employees. There is no room for trial and error. As such, you would need to employ workers who have experience. This is imperative because you need those with hands-on experiences to help boost your business. When you conduct interviews, do ensure that you get other professionals on the board as interviewees so that they can also help in the screening exercise. You would need nurses, doctors, office administrators and all whatnot. 10. Start operation. Once you begin operation, then you can begin to advertise your business. You can print flyers and brochures to give to people around the neighborhood. Or you can begin to tell corporate organizations about your new business and how they could send their employees there under health insurance scheme. Also, make sure that you are friendly to patients. Patients prefer to visit health facilities where they are handled properly. Final word. As we always tell you, there's no marathon race that has ever been won by those who did not start the race. If you like the idea discussed above and you have what it takes to actualize it, then don't wait to start, just do it.